I have somebody to give you guys to lead off who I imagine also came up on last year's show that we did, and he is still somehow with the team that he was with last year, Ramón Laureano,
I had no
who may
idea.
be a surprise is even in this category because he did not have a good year in Oakland. And it caught a lot of people by surprise. He was one of the most obvious trade targets entering opening day this year in Oakland. He had to finish serving his PED suspension. He came back, he looked all right, but then when the dust settles and the numbers that he put up overall, it was one of his weakest years of his career. He hit 211, 663 OPS, double-digit homers, double-digit steals, but did miss some time due to injury in the middle of that. Also, he got kind of booted out of center field in Oakland. They were playing Christian Pache there for a big chunk of this year, and Laureano, for the first time in his career, right field was his main position. The reason he's on here is because I have the feeling that, especially in Miami and in a lot of other markets, he is still a solid center field option. A big upgrade on that side of the ball compared to what the team had. And he's at a stage in his career, only 28 years old, will be for most of next year, where you feel kind of confident in the defensive skills sticking around for the near-term future. If they get him, he's under club control for, I think, another 3 years in arbitration. So he's going to be, if he's just a little bit better than he was this past season, then he's going to be a good value at that price. So this would be an opportunity to really buy low on Laureano, so much so that I just wonder whether Oakland will actually deal him now or whether they'll keep him into next year and hope for a bounce back compared to where he used to be. I'm just surprised that he wasn't dealt already by Oakland because we know where they are in their rebuild. They're really trying to bottom out. Laureano is now one of the most experienced players that's still left there on the roster.
Yeah, very sour way to end off the season, hitting 108 in the month of September and 165 post All-Star break. So, but, offensively, he's not the greatest, but when you look defensively, this guy's one of the better center fielders in all of baseball. So this would be a major, major upgrade, from JJ Bleday, who they had out there in center field last season, or Brian De La Cruz and Jesus Sanchez, that tandem they had out there rolling. So,
yeah, I mean, if you look at what you're expecting from him, he's a career 113 OPS plus guy. I think if you get that out of center field, it'd be among the better seasons they've had from an outfielder overall, I guess, in a while. But I think the one thing that really would benefit him, despite the fact that his sprint speed, if you look at his sprint speed metrics, every year since he's come into the league, they've gotten progressively worse. He does happen, though, to steal bases at a pretty efficient rate. I believe he's 45 for 60 throughout his career in stolen bases. With the new rules coming into effect, with the pickoff moves and stuff, I think Laureano could maybe benefit from that. The upgrade, I think, should it manifest that way, would definitely... That would just be an upgrade, but you could do a lot worse than him.